LALATE, why do you not give me better scarves? I should have a wardrobe allowance on the show. I should have better scarves to do forced stimulus and forced stimulus check shows. You know, if we're talking about forced stimulus checks and forced stimulus check shows where there's a monthly stimulus check, I should get monthly scarves, don't you think? Every stimulus check, there's a scarf. You know, you want to offer me salary in Bitcoin, LALATE, but I'd rather have scarves. Because, you know, every stimulus check should come with a different scarf. It's, you know, you sort of slide the stimulus check with the scarf. But I really appreciate you not having my theme music again, LA. You know, it's a good week ahead of us for SBA. The Shuttered Venue Grant, it's shuttered. It's closed. I came up with that brilliance, isn't it brilliant? Where we have a grant program, as you know, at SBA to help for venues that are closed. And guess what? The grant is closed. It just makes beautiful sense. So if you want a grant to start a new business, then we have one closed for you. It's closed. So you're closed, the grant is closed, we're all closed. And that's how logical minds think. And this is Evenings LALATE. No, it's LALATE night. No, it's JOVITALATE. Well, it's, you know, I just need more scarves. I'm going to keep on doing this, please. And thank you for joining me on a big night of Evenings LALATE, as there's so much happening across the board, but it's not going to be covered in this video. In fact, you may not even see me in this video. In fact, you may just look at a graphic for the rest of this video. It's just, yeah, it's one of those days, you know, who needs video? Video is highly overrated. At a long end of a day when you're like, what the hell? Just, you know, just do audio. Who needs video for anything? How are you? This is LALATE night. I call it LALATE evenings, but it's not. It's LALATE night. So if you want to know when you're getting your first stimulus check, you're not going to find that on this video. If you want to know when your student loan debt forgiveness is going to be forgiven, you're not going to find that out. Your $3,600 of child care benefits, not going to find that out. This is a... This is a humor video. There's a humor video that's not expected to give you any information except, you know, how to stand up when you're laughing a little bit too hard. And tonight's video is started off with JOVITALATE joining us. You know, where did she go again? Oh, yeah, there's another sale for scars. We're now joined with the illustrious SIRLOIN. Viewers have asked me, who is SIRLOIN? He is the chief negotiator for the cows. He got the cows their second stimulus before anyone else. People asking me if this is someone they should know. You should know him. It is SIRLOIN. Oh, thank you, LALATE. Thank you for bringing me in. I am very excited for a big night. So what have you been doing all weekend long, SIRLOIN? Trading Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. Have you tipped over yet? I have. Because, you know, Bitcoin and Ethereum took a fall today. They literally tipped over. Did you tip over with them? I did, and it was not because someone tipped me over. I saw Ethereum take a tank. It fell really quickly. It fell quicker than Nancy Pelosi's hairstyle. And then Bitcoin fell really quickly. It's now Bitcoin and Ethereum are going out of style about as quickly as Nancy Pelosi's last hairstyle. But, you know, Ethereum and Bitcoin are really just not doing well. It's sort of like looking at Mitch McConnell trying to do the Cupid shuffle, and it just doesn't look really good. So that's what it looks like when I'm looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum's charts for crypto. It looks like Mitch McConnell trying to do the Cupid shuffle and not knowing how many steps he's supposed to take. But, you know, that is where we are today. But I hope you had a good weekend. I did SIRLOIN. I did have a very good weekend. I did not go near crypto. And so it was a very good weekend. Did you, how's your Kawa coin doing? Oh, it's doing very well. To the moon, LALATE. To the moon. That's what they say. They always say to the moon. Yeah, why do they always say that, to the moon? Sounds very tacky. I mean, it's just like every YouTube video. We're going to cover crypto, and we're going to put a little graphic in the corner, to the moon. Everything's to the moon. What is so big about the moon? I don't know. I mean, I've been to Mars. Mars is much better than Mars. You've been to Mars? How do you been to Mars? You're a cow. I mean, what cows have gone over the moon? LALATE, have you read nursery rhymes? The cow over the moon. The cow. Yeah, okay, all right. In tonight's video, SIRLOIN, I want to hear your opinion about one of our illustrious politicians. Oh, who is this? Chuck Schumer again? It is Chuck Schumer again. I mean, who better for you to comment about than Chuck Schumer? And then I also want you to comment about the press secretary. Who? The one that doesn't answer questions? Yeah, that's her. The one that just completely evasive, never answers any question that's asked. Yeah, that is her. The one that always says we have a range of ideas. Yeah, she always has a range of ideas, and and not particularly, not a particularly wide range of outfits at all. It's just sort of the same outfit, just a different color every day. Yeah, and here she is. And like, what is that on the shoulders? I don't know. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out what is that thing, the thing at the end of the shoulders. What is that? Is that piano keys? It's just not piano keys. I'm not quite sure what it is. But in this video, she has something to say. Well, I'm sure she does. That's what she's made to do is talk and not really listen. Well, that's sort of rude, SIRLOIN. But she doesn't really answer questions, LALATE. Let's see if she answers this question. It's about forced stimulus. And the question being asked is whether the president should split the forced stimulus package into two bills. Let's listen in to the response and the question.
Language among some of our most highly trained special forces in the U.S. Armed Services.
I would certainly point you to the Department of Defense, but I would say that there's no place for racism, for the projection of that.
And it comes up right after this.
Or out of government on forums or publicly speaking, and certainly that is of concern, seeing that to all of us and to the president. Kristen, did you have another question before we go back? Oh, I'm sorry, and we didn't get to you, and I didn't mean to, but we can quickly go, and then we'll go to Aaliyah. Okay.
Wait. I'm very confused. She said, we're going to the back, and then we're going to the front, and then we're going to the side again. Yeah, she tends to do that. She says, we're going to the front, then to the back, then the forward, and then around the corner. Imagine taking directions from her. Let's see who she's taking questions from next.
And certainly that is of concern, seeing that to all of us and to the president. Kristen, did you have another question before we go back? Oh, I'm sorry, and we didn't get to you, and I didn't mean to, but we can quickly go, and then we'll go to Aaliyah.
Okay. Just really quick, I know you talked about...
Yeah.
I'm seasick. She's going to the front, and then the back, and then around the corner. I just don't know. Does she know which one she's doing? I think the finger just goes everywhere. It just sort of goes everywhere. But let's hear whose question is next. I have no idea who has a question behind the wall. She's just pointing behind the wall for the next question.
Perhaps the possibility of splitting up the infrastructure bill, but just yesterday, one of the president's allies on Capitol Hill, Senator Chris Coons, really floated the idea of splitting it between, just a traditional roads and bridges infrastructure.
Wait a second, LALATE. What's wrong, SIRLOIN? Do you ever notice, LALATE, that everyone in the press room always has SIRLOIN? A bracelet like they got out of the VIP room at the casino on their wrist. I do notice that. Well, I think they all went to the same nightclub the night before. They just showed up to work in the same outfit. Do you notice they always have that same wrist? Is that the way they do security at the White House with the the same wristband you get from the club? It's paper. I think that is
package, and then another one with everything else in the American Jobs Plan. Is that something that the White House is seriously considering?
I would say that the president's going to have a bipartisan meeting next week and a number of meetings next week where a jobs plan is going to be central to that. There are a lot of proposals floating around there. One of them is from Senator Coons, who of course is a close ally of the president, but there are a lot of different proposals out there. So he is very open to hearing different ideas, hearing different ways to get these big ideas he's put forward, this historic investment to modernize our infrastructure, create millions of jobs forward. The mechanisms for that, the construction of it, the pieces that it could flow through, he's very open to what that looks like.
And what is your reaction to that, SIRLOIN, to that line of questioning? What is your reaction to that? She doesn't answer the question. She does not answer the question. She basically says, we're willing to listen to everything, but that's a ridiculous offer. We're not splitting the bill into half. Like, you remember that the forced stimulus package is already the half of another bill. which is the half of another bill. I mean, how many halves are we going to have? We're going to have like the 16th of the bill. My friend, Chris Coons or Chris Cuomo, I don't know which Chris Coons, which Chris was this? Chris Crayola? I don't know which. My friend suggests to split the bill one more time. It's sort of like that friend you go out to dinner with. Can we split an agami salad? I do not split agami salads. I'm a cow. I love grass. I will eat the whole agami salad. But every time I go out with Betty the cow, you remember Betty the cow? Yeah, the one you mentioned last night, the one from Beverly Hills that has a special, done a little work on the nose. Yeah, that Betty the yes, the one with the nose job. She always wants to split the agami salad. She's a friend, and I do consider the range of possibilities, just like the speaker, like the press secretary. I consider all the range of possibilities and suggestions for both sides. And behind you, I'll take your question next, and your question after this, and your question after that. But they're all ridiculous questions. I'm not doing that. I'm not splitting the agami salad. Sorry, Betty. Yeah. That's sort of what I thought about this line of questioning. It's sort of like my best friend has a really great idea to split the bill, but it's a ridiculous idea. But thank you. And then Sirloin, your favorite friend. Oh, who is this? This is Chucky. Yeah, it is Chucky. You know what you're getting, LA, when you ask me to give an opinion about Chuck Schumer. So it says, stay tuned, an event starting. Ooh, what type of event? Is this like, bull riding? No, it's, maybe it's something else with bull. But no, it's an event about to start. Oh, so are we early? Are we early? I don't know. This is what the video says. It says an event starting. Let's listen in and, something, it's starting. Now it's black, the event. Oh, thank you. Oh.
So we have very good news for...
Wait a second, Ella. I have a question. Yeah, I think I know what you're about to say. That's not 6 feet apart, Ella. No, it's not 6 feet apart. It's not even 3 feet apart, Ella. It's like a foot and a half. Do they not know their math? It's Temple of Doom math. It's Larry Kudlow math. It's clearly not 6 feet apart. But they do want you to know that they were wearing masks before the video was rolling. But what's also missing is the furniture. I noticed that as well. Why does Chuck Schumer never have furniture in his videos? I don't know. I think that's why this needs to be a budget bill. There's never any furniture, LA. Did Ron Wyden trip over? Because you saw how tall Ron Wyden was in last night's video. It's like, he's an incredibly tall person. Maybe that had to get rid of the furniture because they think Ron Wyden's showing up. I don't know. And then, what does Chuck and Liz coordinate their wardrobes ahead of time? I just noticed that as well. I mean, her suit, her jacket is matching his tie. Very delicious. Do you think they're dating? They are not dating, Sirloin. They are not dating.
People who have student debt, a load of student debt on their shoulders. They could be young people, middle-aged. They could be parents. And the good news is this: we've made another good step forward on our progress. Senators Warren and Menendez authored an amendment that said if student debt is forgiven, you no longer have to pay taxes on it. You used to have to pay taxes on it, and that was no good. I was able to add it to the American Rescue Plan we just passed, so now it's law. Once student debt is forgiven, no matter how much, no taxes.
It's a big deal, especially...
You know what I like about this video, LA? Oh, what? There's lights on. I noticed that. You remember that energy video you showed me the other day with that energy person, the Secretary of Energy? There was no lights on. She doesn't pay the energy bill. Here, Leader Schumer, at least he pays the energy bill. He has the lights on. There's no furniture, but it's progress. He says it's progress for the president. I think the next progress for Leader Schumer is to add some furniture to the room. Maybe a nice piñata in the corner. Piñata? What piñata? Well, you need to be festive. Smash the piñata. Crush the piñata. Who would you do the piñata in the shape of? Oh, I don't want to get in trouble now, LA. Maybe Blaine 66.
We try to get President Biden to forgive up to $50,000 of student debt. Imagine you finally get a cancellation of your debt and you get a tax bill from the IRS. It's worth about $2,200 for every $10,000 of debt relief. So you get a $30,000 relief. All of a sudden, you would have gotten hit with a $6,000 tax bill from the IRS. Based upon the legislation that is now law that the leader helped us with, we now guarantee that no student who gets relief ultimately gets a tax bill, and that's a big deal.
Right. And this is about moving forward. This is our
Moving forward. Oh, well, she's a cow. I told you she's a cow. She's a cow. She's a cow. You heard it. Movement. Moment of momentum. LALATE, get the graphic off. Get the graphic off. Yeah, okay, all right. You need to show the viewers that she's talking double cow lingo in one sentence. I never saw such herdiness since Betty Ann had the pool party with the Cowlinas in Beverly Hills last weekend. Let's look at the graphic, LA. There it is. The movement of the momentum. The moment of the momentum. There's just a lot of moves in there. It just, it's like a Mercedes, but with double tailpipes. Moment of the momentum. Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of moves in there. It's just, But you really think she's a cow? Let's listen more.
moment of momentum. We have got one more piece in place, and now we're just ready for President Biden to sign the piece of paper to say cancel $50,000 worth of student loan debt. And when he does that, he will close.
Is she reading the script on the left side of the screen, LALATE, or the right? I don't know. It does feel a little scripted. It looks like they're not holding up the cue cards in the right position. It looks like she has to look to the side every time the cue card falls off.
The racial wealth gap between blacks and whites who have student loan debt, about closing racial wealth gaps, and about creating more opportunity for the entire economy.
Some people say, well, I didn't have this opportunity and I had to pay all my debt. Why help them? Because it helps everybody. As Elizabeth said, it helps start businesses. It helps buy cars.
Oh, can I get the Mercedes, LALATE? Oh, I think the Mercedes is a little bit more than $50,000. Where is that Mercedes, LALATE? I love that Mercedes. Oh, the electric one from the other night. Yes, LALATE, that delicious Mercedes. You think this would pay for the Mercedes? It would not pay for the Mercedes. That's a concept they're talking about. Forgiving student loan debts, you can buy a Mercedes. No, that's not what they're talking about. It's just they assume what type of cars they want them to buy. They want you to forgive $50,000 student loan debt. You can go buy a car for $50,000, right? No, they're trying to just have people change their lives around. It's a wonderful thing, SIRLOIN. Oh, well, LALATE, my question for you then is: so what's the update? I mean, what is the update so far on this? This three people thing with the student loan debt forgiveness. Well, last Friday, the education secretary was supposed to prepare a memo that said if the president can forgive student loan debt and to move it along. Oh, and what happened with that memo? We did not see it. Did not see it. Oh, did he leave the memo out on the front lawn? I mean, maybe he did. What's the lawyer? Well, there was a memo in the front lawn of the White House yesterday on the grass. SIRLOIN, you did not. I was eating around, and I was eating the grass, and that's what I do. I'm a cow. And I was eating the grass, and I saw a piece of paper there, and it said Miguel Cardona. I thought it was just extra piece of paper. I didn't think it was about student loan debt. I didn't think it was the executive memo that would determine whether we could forgive student loan debt. I just thought it was seasoning. I just thought it was seasoning for the grass, and I ate it, SIRLOIN. I ate it, LALATE. You ate the memo that would determine whether you can forgive student loan debt? This is not funny, SIRLOIN. People have been waiting for this memo for weeks. I keep on saying to people, where's this memo? So where is it now? It's devoured. It has been digested. It's sort of like milk of magnesia. SIRLOIN, so how do we know if what the memo says? I mean, what do we know if what the memo says? How are we gonna get a sense of if the president was going to forgive student loan debt or not? Now that you've eaten the memo, tip me over. SIRLOIN. Sometimes you make it easy for us, and sometimes you make it difficult for us. LA, it's just sad. Hopefully Hopefully there'll be another memo. Hopefully they will realize that the cow ate it. But I hope this doesn't impact my future lobbying capability. You know, Ella, yesterday I saw some of the comments. People were asking, who is SIRLOIN and what is SIRLOIN? And is this someone I'm supposed to know? I felt very insulted. People were referring to JOVITALATE like they knew her, but didn't know me. What are you doing with the publicity of the show, Ella? It's so sorry, SIRLOIN. It's like, I don't know why they know her, but don't know you. Or it's really unfortunate because, she does do the opening credits. I come later on. I do most of the entire video. She does just a little bit of the beginning. And they think you're impersonating someone else, and they don't know who you impersonate. No, I'm not impersonating someone else. It's SIRLOIN. It's you. It's just, they haven't heard me. And I'm a cow. That seems like it's a problem. But until next time. Same move channel, same move moment. Yes, SIRLOIN, I really appreciate you joining me as we try to digest what's going on with Chuck Schumer and the president. Next week, we'll see what happens with Bitcoin. Are you prepared for what's going on with Dogecoin? Did you get into Coinbase? Did you get into IPO? I did not. But are you excited about Bitcoin next week? To the moon, LALATE, to the moon. Everything's to the moon, or at least to the casino. Yeah, it usually is. Well, thank you, SIRLOIN. Will you join me tomorrow night for another night? Well, if there's enough grass for me to eat, I will. And with that, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me on LA Late Night. Thank you for joining SIRLOIN. We are all back. Well, not SIRLOIN. Not JOVITALATE. But at least I am. I'm back tomorrow morning with Early Mornings LA at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow morning, I'll have big details about what's happening with your fourth stimulus. That will be actually an informative video. Unlike this one, the excitement continues then on Mornings LA at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time, followed by noontime at 2 p.m. Afternoons LA, 2 hours later, and then we go into our late night schedule. Away we go. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a great evening. Keep on moving out, LALATE. Yes, sir. Thank you, SIRLOIN. And I will see you tomorrow. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful evening. You want to say final goodbyes, SIRLOIN? I will, LALATE. Everyone be good. Be safe. Don't put the salt cap on anything. Yes, don't put the salt cap on anything. And move it on out.